Hey there folks, tonight I've got 3 bone-chilling camping horror stories that will make you think twice before heading into the woods again. So grab a blanket, turn off the lights, and let's get into it. Story 1. The Stalker in the Night. It was supposed to be a peaceful weekend getaway for Sarah and her friends. They set up camp deep in a secluded forest, miles away from civilization. As night fell, the forest seemed to close in around them, the only light coming from their flickering campfire. Around midnight they started hearing strange noises. At first it was just rustling in the bushes, but then it grew louder. Footsteps, snapping branches and low growls. The group decided to investigate, armed with nothing but their flashlights. As they ventured further into the darkness, they stumbled upon claw marks on trees and fresh animal tracks. Then, Sarah heard it, a whisper, too close for comfort. She turned around and her flashlight caught a glimpse of glowing eyes staring back at her. Panicked, they all ran back to their campsite, but the noises followed them all night long. By morning they packed up and left, never finding out what was stalking them. Story 2. The Sinister Campsite. Jake was an experienced hiker who loved exploring uncharted territories. One day he found himself lost in a dense forest with night falling fast. Desperate for shelter, he stumbled upon a deserted campsite. The place looked old, tents torn apart, rusted camping gear scattered everywhere, and a lingering odor of decay. Jake felt a shiver run down his spine, but he was too tired to keep moving. As he settled in, he noticed strange symbols carved into the trees and remnants of old campfires. That night, he was awoken by the sound of chanting and saw figures moving around the campsite. They were dressed in tattered clothes, their faces hidden by shadows. Jake watched in horror as they performed some kind of ritual, unaware of his presence. He stayed hidden until dawn, then fled the cursed place, never speaking of it again. Story 3. The Local Legend. Tom and his buddies decided to camp near an old secluded lake, despite the locals warning them about the legend of the lake phantom. They laughed it off, thinking it was just a spooky story to scare tourists. Everything was fine until one night Tom woke up to the sound of splashing in the lake. He looked out and saw a figure emerging from the water. A tall, gaunt creature with glowing eyes and long, bony fingers. It seemed to glide across the surface, heading straight for their campsite. Panicking, they packed up and left in the middle of the night. But as they drove away, Tom looked back and saw the creature standing at the edge of the tree line, watching them leave. To this day, Tom swears he still sees those glowing eyes in his nightmares, and there you have it, 3 terrifying true camping horror stories that will haunt your dreams. If you've got a spine-chilling tale to share, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and tell us which story you like the most. Until next time, stay safe and happy camping, if you dare.